What's up? I'm Shane with Lawn and Light, and today we're going to give you a massive amount of value. I'm going to walk you through how I meet with a customer and what technology that I go through when I meet with them to give them a quote. When you get with your customer, you want to be quick. Now, first off, if you're just starting this, you want to meet with as many people as you can. Don't be giving remote quotes unless you are a just marketing guru genius and you're getting 15 or 20 leads a day or 30 and you can't keep up. You still need to be meeting with some of them. Why? Because your closing rates go way up when you meet with people in person. When you get more than 200-300 houses, that's when you're going to start really putting in some remote quotes. But you're still going to meet with some people. You may meet with the commercial people for quotes there. Getting in front of them and perfecting your process is going to help you perfect the next stage of the process, okay? So if you're new, go on quotes, meet with people, sell the jobs. Your rate should be 40 to 60% sales, okay? Closing. All right, here we go. I get to the job. Well, before I get to the job, I'm looking at my calendar here, and my wife has put on that I have a 10 o'clock with Jim Bob James. I'm gonna go ahead and just hit completed, because I don't want to forget, and then I'm going to hit his name on Jobber. This is Jobber. There's a link in the description. We're an ambassador. You get like 25% off for 6 months. It's a good deal. We get paid too, so but don't do it because of that. Do it because you want to use it and it'll help your business. And it will. It's helped our business for a long time. Now I'm going to go to quotes. I'm going to hit new quote. But this is before I get to the job. If I'm in between quotes, I say job quote. If I'm in between quotes and I have a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and set up his quote so that it reduces my time with him or her. I want to make a connection with that person and not spend the whole time trying to work up the technology. This is just to help sell. The selling is you talking to your customer, figuring out what they want, helping them meet their budget, helping them meet their design or make a design that's actually going to look good. All right, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and put in here, this is our language that populates a certain way on our calendar and a certain color. Oop. I do new Christmas install. That's what we do. Side note, make sure you have like customer names, addresses, all that stuff installed, looking proper. And if we already know the person's color, which we do in this case, I'm going to put PW if you're pure white. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put roof lights here. New. Say this house is going to be 380, and I already know before I get there, because my wife's already talked to him on the phone, we have some information that we're probably going to do the front, lower, and upper levels. Home setup package, there's a whole nother podcast video on this, so go back and watch that one. So home setup package, we're just going to call it 580, and then that'll make the 2026 cost for this customer 1,700, I believe is right. If there's a discount that we're offering, if the customer lead came from Facebook and we're offering a discount, what do you put? I'm going to go ahead and put whatever that discount is in there. And then I'm also going to go ahead and add the 50% deposit that is required for our company. You should require a deposit, especially for new jobs, so you have some money to spend on materials. I'm going to go ahead and save that quote. Now I arrive, introduce myself, meet with a customer for a little while, get to know them, go over what they want, all of those things. And at a certain point where that is coming to an end, I say, hey, okay, great. Can you give me 10 minutes to work a quote up? Bam, timer starts. Here we go, on the timer. What I have to do now is get the design done, upload it into Jobber, get all the footages. And that's where I would get this footage. I went ahead and put 380 in there because I already knew now, but I would normally walk it out. And you want to make sure that you have a process where you can measure quickly and pretty accurately. It's going to take you 20 to 30 jobs to really get it down to where you can look at a house and get pretty close. But for now, you should be walking it out or measuring on Google Earth to try to coordinate what the footages are. It's important for you being profitable. Okay. All right, so at this point, now I have 10 minutes to get measurements, get them in Jobber, and then also take a picture. So here we go. Got a picture. I'm going to go to my program here, lightflow.co. This is free, lightflow.co. The whole reason this program was built is for speed. It looks pretty good. It's one of the better ones, but it's built for speed. Like, how fast can you get a design done on a client's property while they're waiting on you? Okay, so that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to walk you through how to do it. So we've got a picture, and I'm not going to walk you through every one of the features because I'm really focusing on getting the quote done or getting the design done. We know this customer wants pure white, so we're going to hit Start New Strand, go down here, hit Pure White, and then Start New Strand. You just start tapping. There'll be a yellow dot where you tap first. Now, first thing we want to do is get the spacing on this strand looking correct. It's all about perspective and how you view it. Well, I know that this section here that's highlighted is 12, 14, it's around 14, 15 feet, okay? So my 15-inch spacing, it's probably 12, 13 feet. My 15-inch spacing, there should be like 10 or 11 bulbs there. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust the spacing here. I'm going to go ahead and bring the bulb size down because that's too big. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. That's going to be good enough for your customer. You're just trying to get it to look somewhat like it's going to look. Now I'm going to finish that strand off. Now here, I'm not going to keep going here like to here. Why? Because I'm going to show you how to set a peak in a minute. Do you put bulbs on every peak? If you don't, you should. It's one way to make your company stand out and look professional. In your quotes, in your designs, put the bulbs on the peaks. Let me show you how. So this one over here is already good, so we're not going to mess with that one. But this one, I'm going to undo point, and I'm going to start a new strand. I'm going to give it a little bit of offset from this last bulb here. Start there. Bring it up that. I'm going to go ahead and finish out this line. I think the bulb ended up landing on the peak, so I'm going to have to adjust it to show you something. Okay, so here, if this bulb didn't land on the peak, say it was right there, you can hit Set Peak on this line and then tap on the line. That sets that peak. You got a bulb on the peak. That's what you want. You want to show the customer what your design is going to be. Okay. Make sure this one is good. I mean, you can even go back and reset that so it's perfect. All right, now it's time to roll. Start new strand, and in no really particular order, I'm just tapping where these lights are going to go. Every time I'm hitting Start New Strand, zooming in. Be careful with your palm on this program. It does sometimes set a point, but you can always go back and hit Undo Point. See how fast that is? If you're doing this on the job, I'm literally holding this iPad in my hand, left hand, and just tapping. I don't necessarily like the way that gap is right there, and this is what we're trying to present to the customer, so I may redo that, but let's see if there's anything else. Did we miss anything? It's all good. All right, now if we want to find what line that is, we just scroll over here. I think that was like number 2. Yep. You can also name these, but it doesn't really help you. It'll help more in the paid version where you can save these designs. For now, you're just creating a design and exporting. So I have to delete that strand. Start over. I'm going to start closer to that bulb, see what happens. Now I'm going to, that's going to be the last one here. I'm going to set that peak. Oops. Undo point. Set peak. Make sure that turns green. Dang it, I missed it. Just zoom in, tap, bam. All right, that's good. Now when you export this, it's done. So make sure that you have it. At some point, again, we'll be able to save it. Just quickly, when I'm editing this, I like to have a little more daylight so I can see what I'm doing. But before I export it, I usually go, 65, 70%. That green line will disappear on the export. I'm gonna double checking my bulb size here. Could probably go a little bit smaller. That's just perspective. All my bulb spacing was the same, but if you want to, once you set that first one, you can hit make all bulb spacing the same, and it'll do that. And if you want to go back and change colors, you can leave this up, export it, and then leave it up. And if you have to modify it, if a customer wants to change colors, you can go back in and say, oh, they wanted to do multicolor, so I have to click on each one of these and start hitting multicolor. Does that make sense? But for now, we're going to go back to pure white for the export, because that's what the customer wanted. All right, there we go. Everything's good. If you're working on a computer, the pinching, just hit shift and use your scroll on your mouse to scroll in and out. Hold shift, scroll in and out. Click, 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 click. We're going to export that JPEG. Save image. I don't want to undo. So now we go back in the quote. We're going to hit edit. If you saved it, which if you're working in Jobber from the internet or from a browser, you'll want to save things. Sometimes it just goes out of it. It's weird, but you want to save it and then hit the camera button inside of the quote. This is going to put the photo in the quote itself. I'm hitting that, done. It's going to upload that. I'm going to update the quote. I'm also going to put that picture in their main customer file. So I'm going to click on his name here. I'm going to go back. I already did it. So it's right here. You add it in and then you have to hit save. Okay, that's going to give it in two places. Now, giving this to the customer, you're going to go knock on the door. You're done in 10 minutes or less, or you should, once you kind of perfect this process. Expect to take 20 for the first little while. And so just be super efficient with everything that you can, and your process times are going to speed up. So you got quotes, you meet with a customer, you hit more actions, you're going over the quote, you want to hit this preview as a client. And that right there, that's what you go over. Hey, your total price for this year is going to be $2,280. $580 of that is for the new home setup package, and that'll be $1,700. It'll drop down to $1,700 next year. That's before discounts, okay? So this year will be $2,280. Your Facebook discount for the discount that we were giving away on Facebook is 15%, which is $342, and your total this year would be $1,938. If you want to move forward, then I'll just get a deposit from you today, and then I would usually give a pause there. And they will tell you if they don't want to. And then I want to talk to my wife. Okay, great. I'm going to email this to you right now. So you go back, and I show them this, like, you're going to get this email right now. I'm attaching this picture. This is the one that I uploaded into the client account itself, but also they're going to see the picture in the quote. So as you're going through this right here, preview as client, you can show them. Actually, I told you I wasn't going through the sales process, but before they even go inside, or when they first come outside, you say, we talked about this, right? This is what you wanted, pure white, front, lower, and upper ledge, front, lower, and upper on the roof line. Great, perfect, okay. Now, to do that, this is going to be this, this, and this. And then if they're not ready to make a buying decision yet, you hit that send email, you attach the file. It's going to be in the quote itself and as an attachment in the email. And you hit send email and you're like, hey, just let us know if you need anything. If you go over it and y'all decide to do it, just hit the link to approve and pay the deposit. We'll get a notification of that, and that gets you on the schedule. We're about 2 to 3 weeks out right now, and we just prioritize the deposits that come in. Very nice to meet you. Catch you later. Whatever. That's it. Now, again, I didn't go through the full sales process of what we say, what we do, so don't necessarily pay as much attention to that as the process here. Using Jobber and Lightflow.co, we get to bids. We get through customer meetings quickly as far as the technological side of it, so that we can spend time creating a relationship with customers instead of spending too much time trying to come up with a quote. It's very important. Lastly, to get that Lightflow.co, just go to Lightflow without a W. It's lightflo.co. You have to sign up with your email and stuff, and then you can download it to your home screen, just like an app. Love God, love others. Let your light reflect that. We'll catch you on the next one.